Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Glad to have you guys back at the stream tonight. Here we go, as we've got Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. And what a game. Game 1 was on Monday nights. Before I get into that, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let's go, everybody. Glad to have you guys back on this stream for Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals tonight. The San Antonio Spurs on the road at the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Spurs taking game number 1 on Monday, 122-115. An incredible game that went into double overtime. Spurs right now holding the 1-0 advantage in the series. This matchup taking place at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The Thunder looking to bounce back. They have never lost back-to-back games during their championship run last year in the playoffs. OKC had their last losing streak at the final 2 games of the regular season when they already wrapped up the number 1 seed. So they sat all their starters and secured a 1 seed by then. April 10th, April 12th. They didn't lose back-to-back games too often. They went 12-5 following a loss this season for the Thunder. They had just 18 losses in the entire regular season at 64-18 overall. And then they just suffered their first playoff loss on Monday in a double OT thriller with a victory by San Antonio, 122-115. Ricardo, welcome in. Daniel, thanks for joining in. Glad to have you guys back in the stream. Tip it off in around 15 minutes from now. Let's get into this man, Victor Wembanyama. Just incredible. Making the case that he is the best player, not only in the world, but in the solar system throughout the planets for Wemby. Like, he dominated game 1, and it was an all-time historic performance that was absolutely insane what he did for Wembanyama. San Antonio, 5-1 record on the road in the playoffs. They're 5-1 right now against OKC. Regular season plus playoffs. If OKC loses this game, it's most likely they're going to lose the series because they go 0-2 at OKC heading to games 3 and 4 for San Antonio at San Antonio. And if Oklahoma City doesn't respond tonight, they'd be 1-6 against the San Antonio team. It just wouldn't look good in terms of the matchup. And if that does happen, Wembanyama just too good for him. Just making the case right now that he is the best player on the planet. What's good, Jay Ramirez? Glad to have you back in. Welcome back in, bud. Ron, thanks for joining back in. Wow, 500,000 views in these playoffs. Just insane, man. Yeah, the growth has been incredible recently. Yeah, this game 1 stream Monday night, that was popping. And a double overtime game. I think out of all the streams, hands down, I did. Like, I think that was the biggest stream ever that I, not in terms of viewership, but like or more so the best stream ever for, ever covering a basketball game. Like, watching with my very own eyes and being able to stream and call it a game, like, insane in terms of highlight reel plays. Victor Wembanyama, just insane game. Shooting a 35-foot shot that he drilled with 26 seconds left that he completely caught the OKC defense off guard. I mean, there's no scouting report for that. There's no analytics going into that. Victor Wembanyama was 0 for 1 from three-point range until that make. That was his only 3 that he made in the game. 35 feet out, cold-blooded, under 30 seconds left to go to tie it up at 108 at the end of the fourth. Just insane. Just alien mode at its finest. San Antonio won the last game despite 23 total turnovers. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP this season, but Victor Wembanyama, he is making a case right now that he is the best player in the solar system, throughout the world, throughout the planets. Just insane what he is doing. Absolute alien, dominating the court, owning the NBA right now. San Antonio double overtime win on Monday. Game 1 instant classic. And yeah, I just talked about that was the best ever game, in my opinion, that I've ever streamed before. There's been some really good playoff games and just sensational game. It goes down as a Victor Wembanyama legacy game. It's just an all-out dominant performance from start to finish, proving that he is the best player to step foot on the floor right now when healthy on the planet, and very scary for the NBA for like the next decade plus if he keeps on continuing to be healthy for Wemby. He's just going to own the NBA. 41 points, 24 rebounds, 3 blocks, went 14 for 25 from the floor. Wemby is the youngest player in NBA playoff history at age 22 to record a 40-20 game, as he surpassed Kareem in the 40-20 game for Wemby on Monday, and then became the first player since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1960 to record a 40-20 game in a conference finals debut. Just absolutely insane for Victor Wembanyama. ESPN's Ramona Shelburne put out a story this morning about Wemby. I found it quite to be an interesting story. So, goes into Victor Wembanyama in his training in the offseason. Wemby in the offseason trained for 2 weeks in China with monks in the mountain. And he woke up at 4 a.m. dribbling a basketball up a 2,000-foot mountain. That would take like the average human being like 8 hours to climb. It took him 4.5 hours on a stone slope that was uneven, like really dangerous terrain. Dribbled the basketball up a 2,000-foot mountain. Just insane. Over in China. Shaolin Temple at the base of Mount Song in China for Victor Wembanyama. That was what he was doing in the offseason for his offseason regimen training program for Wemby. Out in China at a temple with the monks, dribbling a basketball up a mountain 2,000 feet all the way till he reached the summit. Just insane for Victor Wembanyama. It looks like that training regimen certainly paying off, building a man that is absolutely unstoppable right now for him. And this guy, he has the determination. Not only is the talent level there, everything like that, but the mentality too is spot on. Wemby, after the game, was asked about SGA winning the MVP, and Wemby went and said, well, there's more work to do, that he wasn't good enough this season, more work to do for Wembanyama. Like, this is a man that wants to win multiple championships and wants to win multiple MVPs, and he's going to work as hard as he can, physically, mentally, to get there. And just absolutely insane what he has. With all the tools in his bag, Defensive Player of the Year, the speed that he plays with, him as a shot maker, just all over the court. From Steph Curry long-range threes as a pull-up shot maker, right at the rim, just dunking it with authority. He can dribble, he can pass, play make, looking like the Harlem Globetrotters on the floor. He's got everything in his bag. Plus, just the shot blocking's insane. Just alters everything. Had a game that he had like 12 blocks in the early stage of the playoffs for the Defensive Player of the Year. Just incredible what he can do. He's completely breaking basketball right now for Victor Wembanyama. What's good, Roki? Thanks for joining in. Glad to have you back in the stream. CW taking the Spurs tonight. Welcome in. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win here tonight? Spurs or Thunder? I believe we're going to be tipping off in 10 minutes from now. Yeah, the only way that the Thunder are going to make it a little bit more comfortable for Wemby, they're going to get Chet Holmgren to step up and defend Wemby a whole lot more. Wembanyama taking advantage of mismatches, defended by Jalen Williams, posterizing J-Dub, and then Alex Caruso. These guys are a foot shorter than Wembanyama. Wemby just put them to school. Nobody else can defend Wemby on the Thunder. And Chet Holmgren, 7'2" or 7'1" for Chet Holmgren. Wemby's listed at 7'3". I believe on the Spurs website they have him listed at 7'4" for him, and a lot of people out there put 7'5" for Wembanyama. All depends on whether he was when they took the height, if he had socks on or on shoes on or so, but a couple inches taller than what Chet Holmgren is at 7'1", and Chet Holmgren's the only guy on the team that stands a chance, but just running away from the big moments. And instead of defending Wemby, he was switching onto other players and just left out in no man's land when Wembanyama got put on a matchup on J-Dub or Caruso for most of the possessions in the previous game. Yeah, OKC needs to be much better on the glass. 61-40 in rebounds for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama had 24 rebounds. The Thunder starters combined for 23 to their starting five. So Wemby individually out-rebounded the entire starting five for OKC. What's good, Mr. Hector? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Wow, SGA didn't look like he slept well, looks like, for Mr. Hector. Yeah, that's going to be one thing to keep an eye upon or so. If you don't get enough sleep, a lot of things could happen. It starts with bad decision-making, like bad decision-making, feeling fatigued much more earlier than usual. Yeah, that's something that has to be monitored. That was another key I was going to go into, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander needs to be a million times better than what he was in the previous game. He was breaking a bunch of shots for him. MVP needs to show up in a big way, because Alex Caruso, J-Dub, they had a great game. Those two guys combined for 57 total points out of the 115 by the Thunder. A 26-point game by J-Dub. And then Caruso, he had 31, a playoff career high for him, 2 points shy of an all-time career high for Caruso, drilling 8 threes for Caruso. So that's going to be tough to replicate that off the bench once again for Caruso. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, underwhelming performance. He did pass 20-plus points, but it took him into double overtime to make that happen. He went into halftime with just 4 points, and he scored just 24 points in 51 minutes on 16 missed shots, 7 for 23, and he was the worst minus on the floor. He was a minus 15 for SGA, and he shot just 2 for 7 from 3. So yeah, he's going to have to be a whole lot better. But the concerning part for OKC is that they lost the game without De'Aaron Fox playing for San Antonio, and the main point guard. San Antonio had 23 turnovers, and they still won in double OT. And then Caruso had 31 points. Like, I don't think he's going to be able to replicate that ever again. J-Dub had 26. You better hope that SGA goes off for 50 right now. And yeah, Chet Holmgren really needs to step up too. Much better. He needs to be much better himself. 8 points, 8 rebounds, just 2 for 7 from the floor. Shied away on the bright stage. And then AJ Mitchell really needs to get back to what he was in the playoffs for him. Just 4 points in 34 minutes. If those guys don't show up and get their points, then it's going to be tough for the Thunder, because the Spurs are coming at them in waves. Like, multiple guys in double figures the last game. They got 6 guys double digits last game for San Antonio. Andres, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Pepe, welcome back in. Good morning out in the Philippines to you guys out there overseas. Yeah, supporting cast has been excellent for San Antonio throughout the playoffs. Minus the turnovers by Stephon Castle. Really good player that can change tempos and dictate pace for him. He attacks, he puts pressure on the rim. He scored 17 points the last game. Just has to clean it up. He did have 11 turnovers, but taking a large majority high usage for him since De'Aaron Fox didn't play. And then Dylan Harper, just outstanding. Coming off the last game for Dylan Harper. He actually got the start. Yeah, that's right. He got the start the last game and responded for the rookie. 24 points for Dylan Harper. And he only went 1 for 7 from 3 for Harper. So he wasn't efficient from 3 and still able to muster 24. And then Vassell and Keldon Johnson, they had 13. Champagny with 11, who had 3 threes. So really good balance. Like, behind Wemby's 40 and 20 game, that they had other guys step up, come in waves for the Spurs, and they've been doing that all throughout the course of the playoffs. What's good? Michael on the street. Welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Anthony, glad to have you in the channel from Palm Springs. Welcome in, man. San Antonio, if they do win tonight, they have a historic best 24-2 series record when they've taken a 2-0 lead in a best-of-7 playoff series. And the Thunder are in deep, deep trouble if they can't get this one tonight. I don't see them at all coming back from an 0-2 haul. Yeah, this was talked upon by some of the national analysts yesterday. With the 0-2 haul, if the Thunder don't respond tonight, yeah, they're in some deep trouble because you drop these two games at home. You go to San Antonio games 3 and 4. Good luck, because if you drop this game, then it's most likely because you haven't found the answer to stop Wembanyama, and you haven't found the answer to make the rebound margin much closer. Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren, and SGA, the starting five tonight for the Thunder. De'Aaron Fox is out again tonight for San Antonio. Second consecutive game missed due to the right high ankle sprain. So Fox is out tonight. San Antonio is starting five with Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie, and Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, I also pinned to the chat, there's some severe storms in my area. Luckily, it looks like they're south of me right now, but I think they're coming into the area around like 9:30. So knock on wood, hopefully we'll get through this stream tonight. It was super humid outside. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a 30-degree difference where I am from today to tomorrow. So I'm in Massachusetts. Today was 90, like record high in Mass, and then tomorrow's supposed to be like 62. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. A game one, absolute thriller, and double overtime. Here we go with game two, about to tip off in just a moment. Average age of the San Antonio Spurs starting five is 22 years old and 346 days. Victor Wembanyama, the youngest player in NBA playoffs history to record a 40-20 game in game one of the conference finals on Monday. Youngest team competing in the conference finals since the 1970-71 season with the San Antonio Spurs roster. White jerseys tonight for the Spurs with the black numbers, black letters. Oklahoma City goes in their blue jerseys tonight, white numbers, white letters, orange outline for the Thunder. Grab the popcorn. Two teams that picked up 60 victories in the regular season. 60-plus wins, about to go at it once again for game two of the series. Thunder come in 7.5-point favorites. I'm kind of shocked that the Thunder are that big of favorites because San Antonio has rolled OKC this season at 5-1 against the Thunder. 4-1 in the regular season, plus the win on Monday. I think early on, we'll see if the Thunder do make the adjustments, but I'm looking to see if head coach Mark Daigneault does put Chet Holmgren on Victor Wembanyama early and often in this game, as that's the best chance they have for the Thunder based on size. If Wemby gets put on other players like Jalen Williams, Alex Caruso, and those two guys find themselves in an island, then good luck, because Wembanyama is just going to take over the game and dominate like he did on Monday. Right to left on the floor for the Spurs. Left to right for the Thunder. Wemby and Chet goes out for the opening tip, and San Antonio controls the opening tip as we are underway for game two action. Spurs with the opening possession. Stephon Castle at the right wing perimeter. Forces left off the dribble for Castle. Slides it off to Vassell. Vassell launches the three. Bricked off the back rim. A rebound secured by Hartenstein. Opening possession now for the Thunder tonight. SGA, knowing that he needs to be much better than the previous game, gives it off to Lou Dort. Jumper, mid-range, Dort rattles in the two. Right over Harper, scores the opening buckets That's a great sign right there for Lou Dort, single digits in the previous game, a non-impact offensively, scoring the first basket of the night. Wembanyama picked up at midcourt, taking on Hardenstein. Right now, Wemby puts up the shot and was fouled. It's on Hardenstein who picks up the personal. So Hardenstein picks up his first personal foul defending Wemby, and Hardenstein is the player who is on Wembanyama. So not Chet Holmgren off the opening possession that Wemby had the ball in his hands. They slide it off to Vassell. Vassell, wide open three, missed off the back rim. Had a great look. It was a miscommunication, defensive possession for OKC. Luckily, he bricked it out. J-Dub at the top of the key. Kick out, corner into the hands to Lou Dort. Towards his right off the dribble. Takes into Harper, got stripped and fouled. And Dylan Harper picks up the personal. What's good, Warren? Thanks for joining in, bud. Wow, Celtics cap out of Barcelona. Legendary, wow. Yeah, I know there's been some good supporters internationally that come on support the Celtic streams from international. I know Ireland has got a lot of fans out there that they support. Portugal too. Where I'm from in southeastern Mass, it's like an Azorean Portugal hub over my area. And then Keita on the roster, who's got Portuguese roots. That makes the Celtics even bigger out of Portugal. First free throw missed at the line by Lou Dort. Second shot is good. Hey, if you're from France here on the stream, hit us up in the chat. Rooting for Victor Wembanyama. And if you guys are watching in from France, hit us up in the chat. Lou Dort with all three tonight. Castle drives, attacks, kick out corner. Vassell sends it on top. Champagny drives straight line to the hoop. Champagny leans in, draws the shooting foul. Choppy game so far. 2 free throws coming up by Champagny. Guilty party is going to be Lou Dort, who picks up the personal. Two free throws by Champagny. First one is good. If you're trying to look up the stats right now on the ESPN box score, it's not working at the moment. I'm trying to refresh. There's no box score up there, so somebody forgot how to put in the statistics right now. Second free throw is good. 3-2 off the opening minute. Adele, thanks for joining back in. Jeffrey, welcome back in. No problem, man. Stay safe out in those storms. I saw a lot towards your area. Lob down low. Holmgren receives it. Holmgren at the baseline. Out to the corner. SGA. Defended by Castle. Tough contested jumper. He buries it. It's going to be a deep 2 by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's an MVP type shot there for the MVP. Open quarter 3. Vassell right back drills the triple. 5-5. Oklahoma City unable to get back in transition defense, leaving Devin Vassell wide open for the made 3. J-Dub gets to his spot at the elbow. Swoosh. And now we get the bucket start to drop. 2-point advantage for the Thunder. Spurs with possession past the timeline. Dylan Harper slides it off to Wemby. Pops up for the jumper over Hardenstein. Right down the shoot, delivers. Victor Wembanyama, first 3 points of the night on the board. Splashes the triple. OKC starts off perfect. 3 for 3 from the floor right now. SGA getting blitzed at the baseline. Broke it up out of bounds off the Spurs. Yeah, stay safe out there, Jeffrey. Yeah, I was up in northern Mass yesterday. I saw there was like a ton of lightning strikes out there. And looks like it's the South Coast today that's getting hit pretty hard. Stay safe there, bud. Inbound goes to SGA. SGA dribbles up, drives inside the paint, jumper, low block, SGA, and knocks down the 2. We know that he was going to respond tonight in this game. 1 point advantage for OKC. 4 points right now for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Spin cycle. Harper drives on Shai right to the cup, and he scores the layup. That is on Lou Dort, actually, that he was defended by. So Dylan Harper on the board with his first made field goal. Both of the teams' elite shot making so far. 4 for 4 by OKC. Williams missed off the mark. Loose ball followed out. Charge to Vassell. So this is going to reset the offense here. We're going to have a timeout here taken on the floor. So San Antonio going into a quick timeout. I believe they're going to challenge that foul call just a moment ago. All right, so we're going to go on the first timeouts of the night. We'll be back in a couple moments. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top Skier to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, so right now we're in a timeout. I'm going to put it back in the main slide. Right now, I think ESPN, if you're trying to follow along with the ESPN box score, they've got some issues on their end that the box score says 0-0. It just won't update on their end. So I'm going to go off the NBA box score right now. Devin Vassell leads the way alongside Wemby, both with a 3. Wembanyama perfect 1 for 1 from the floor. Vassell drilling a 3-point shot as well. 2 points each by Champagnie and Harper. And then good start by SGA. 4 points by SGA, a 3 made by Lou Dort, and then 2 by J-Dub. What's good, Jay Duquette on the stream? Welcome back in. Marcus, thanks for joining in, bud. Jake, welcome in. Yeah, going pretty well. I think they're in line to make some big moves this offseason. So I think the Celtics are going to be out in the market for another big, and I think they're going to make some big-time moves this offseason. So right now in the timeout, San Antonio earned the timeout. Oklahoma City needs to avoid foul trouble. Just one personal foul by San Antonio so far. That was by Dylan Harper. And Lou Dort with a personal foul. It's statted as Isaiah Hartenstein with 2 personal fouls. So right now, Isaiah Hartenstein is statted at the moment with 2 personal fouls. And he had one just before the timeout. That's critical because he was the one who is defending Wemby. Oh, yeah. Hartenstein and Wemby jostling for possession. Yeah, Wemby's trying to play defense. And Hardenstein is trying to hold up Wemby and get him away to open up a clearance for SGA. So that stands. So the call stands. Hardenstein picks up his second personal foul as we come back from the timeout. Hardenstein's been the main one to defend Wemby so far tonight. The lob off to Harper, jumper, baseline, Vassell missed off the rim, short to rebound, secured by Hardenstein. So right now, Hardenstein on the floor with those 2 personal fouls. SGA at the top of the key, 8.5 left to go in the first. And lost it inside the key. Loose ball scooped up around the perimeter by Hardenstein. Hand off to SGA. SGA at the wing off the screen set by Hardenstein. Dribbles towards his left, slides it off to Chet. Chet working on Vassell. Dribbles up inside the key. Ball got poke loose. Got it back jumper, mid-range, and don't count it. It's a shot clock violation. Turnover by OKC. Oh, that's good, Jeffrey, that you got your game in tonight. Sorry to hear that it was another loss, but hopefully it was close there. That hopefully You guys can build off it for next year. Jumper, Vassell from the outside, missed the three. Rebound, ripped away by Dort. Both of these teams all of a sudden starting to miss some shots after a great start for each squad. Jumper to elbow, J-Dub, that's well short. Excellent defense by San Antonio as they come away with the basketball. Castle at the wing, cross court, connects with Wemby. Wemby taking on J-Dub, but Wemby goes wide off the dribble, lost it, turnover. SGA out of the pack with a steal. Here goes Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Working on Vassell at the left baseline. Outside Dort into the hands to Hardenstein. Jumper, free throw circle, got it. On a rainbow right over the top over Wemby. Trying to contest it. 1 point lead for OKC. Stephon Castle sees the gap, trying to throw down a slam dunk, but he bricked it over Shea, though was fouled. 2 shots coming up on the free throw line by Castle. Holy smokes. Stephon Castle there, shot right out of a cannon, went to a jump stop, tried to posterize Shea. Bricked the slam dunk attempt, though, due to contact and the foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Stephon Castle. First free throw is good. That's an insane dunk attempt there. Will Jaylen Brown be traded? Great question. I honestly think Brown's going to be staying. So I think Brown's going to stay. There's a lot of Jaylen Brown, Giannis rumors, but I think Giannis is going someplace else. Luke Cornett will check in for the first time today. This is a key for OKC. Whenever Luke Cornett comes into the game and plays a Wemby, you have to get on a run. That is mandatory for the Thunder. Alex Caruso, first time on the floor. Second free throw is good by Castle. 12-11, Spurs by 1. J-Dub, past the midcourt logo. Sends it on top to Jalen Williams, number 6. Hand off to SGA at the wing. Gets past Castle off the hard screen. At the baseline, back outside, Jay Will. Lob goes to Shea. Shea off the double team. Cornett comes along. Flings it out to the wing. Lou Dort attacks the paint. 2 in a timer. Jalen Williams open 3. Buries it. Straightaway 3, first triple of the game coming off the bench for Jay Will from Arkansas. 2-point advantage for OKC. They're red hot, 6 for 7 shooting from the floor. Castle, bad pass in the corner, picked off by J-Dub. Up the floor, SGA attacks the rack right over Vassell, missed the layup. San Antonio trying to sprint up the floor themselves. They got numbers, bounce pass, baseline dribble. Castle, Eurostep outside, Johnson launches the 3. Off the rim, short, offensive rebound, Castle. Castle goes up, Castle couldn't finish, tipped, offensive rebound, Castle underneath, and he draws the shooting foul. Stephon Castle active on the offensive glass, shooting 2 at the free throw line. Wow, just feisty there, battling Jalen Williams over with that offensive rebounds. That is one that Shea needs to convert. He had a 2-on-2 fast break going up the floor and couldn't convert off the Eurostep. 2 shots here by Castle at the line. First one's good. This is with Wembanyama on the bench, which makes the Spurs team very scary. If Oklahoma City cannot advance this lead, up their lead, they're in some deep water tonight. Number 11, Harder Bryant, checks into the game for the first time tonight. Second free throw by Castle is good. Stephon Castle able to make his free throws. Perfect. 4 for 4 right now at the line. As we approach the midway marker of the opening quarter, A.J. Mitchell, first time on the floor for him tonight. Working on Keldon Johnson, dribbles up mid-block, ball poke loose, stolen by Cornett. Possession goes back to San Antonio. Castle on the floor alongside Cornett, Vassell, Johnson, and Bryant. Down low, Luke Cornett able to soar it up and dunk it off the assist by Stephon Castle. 2-point advantage right now for San Antonio. Jalen Williams on the floor alongside Jared McCain, A.J. Mitchell, Lou Dort, and Alex Caruso. McCain sends it off to J. Will. On the outside of Mitchell. On top goes to Dort. Dort dribbles up, drives, penetrates the rack, kick out corner. McCain on the three. McCain able to miss the three. Rattled out. Rebound goes to Castle. Right now, Wembanyama on the bench. San Antonio building up a 2-point lead without Wemby. Castle makes the 4-point lead. Drills the two. 15-foot J pull-up goes down for Stephon Castle. Bad sign right now for Oklahoma City. Down by 4 with Wembanyama on the bench. Baseline dribble McCain. Shovels it off to the corner. Into the hands to Mitchell. Up fake. Mitchell underneath. Mitchell scores the deuce. Able to get the lucky rolling for 2 there for A.J. Mitchell. What's good, Rye Dog? Welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Spurs cross the timeline. Stephon Castle at the wing. Sends it off to Cornette. Working on Jalen Williams. Handoff to Keldon Johnson. Spin move inside the key. Working on J. Will, number 6. Puts up the shot. Missed off the glass. Tipped by Cornette right to J. Will for the defensive rebound. Thunder with possession. A.J. Mitchell at the top. Slides it off to J. Will. To the corner. Lou Dort. A rainbow 3. Connects on it. Oklahoma City takes the lead right back. What a game here between these two teams to start things off. Castle, runner, inside the key, got the teardrop to fall, good for 2. Stephon Castle, absolute machine right now. He's got 8. Pull-up jumper straight away. J. Will off the mark, tipped around. And the loose ball rebound scooped up by McCain. Baseline dribble, McCain to the rack. McCain, no good. Tippin is there for 2. Plus the foul. And 1 covered up with a free throw line for Jared McCain. Wow, big response right there by McCain, defended by Carter Bryant. Missed it the first time, got it back the second time. Score and 1. Yeah, Bryant came in from behind. It was Vassell, who is the initial defender, who forced the first miss and then able to tip it in as Bryant picked up the foul from behind. Free throw. Or beg my pardon. Wow, they're not going to count it. Beg my pardon, they erased that bucket. Yeah, that's why Mark Daignault was wondering what happened. So they erased the bucket. They say the foul occurred before the shot. Wow. That's a tough whistle then. Yeah, that's on Vassell then. So that's on Vassell before Carter Bryant picked it up from behind. So Vassell, who is out in front off the initial miss before the tap-in, picked up the foul, and instead the free throws get split. So instead of 21-20, with a possibility to be 22-20, it's 20-20. Johnson at the mid-block, outside, Champagny lays it up the 3, left it, short out of bounds, air ball off of San Antonio. What's good? Mike Chalk of the street. Welcome back in, bud. Marianne, thanks for joining and taking OKC tonight. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win, OKC or San Antonio. The Thunder cough it up. Spurs with a steal. Dylan Harper up the floor, outside Champagny. Push pass, corner 3. Johnson buries the triple. 3-point lead for San Antonio. Nice ball movement out to the outside. And Keldon Johnson able to rip down the 3. 23-20 Spurs. Up by a trio of points as we will head over to a timeout. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, so right now on the timeout, What's good, Mr. Fulton Mraz? Welcome back in. Happy 27th birthday today. Hope all's going well, brother. That's awesome, man. Good for you. Happy birthday. Rissa, thanks for joining back in. 5 minutes so far by Wemby. Drilled his lone shot, which was a 3. Just 1 rebound so far, plus 1 on the floor. Impressive for San Antonio that they have built up a 3-point lead with Wembanyama on the bench. Not a good sign for the Thunder right now. The Thunder with some turnover problems. 3 turnovers by OKC, 2 of those by AJ Mitchell. San Antonio just 2 turnovers, doing a much better job taking care of the basketball. And yeah, not the ideal start right now that OKC could have hoped for with Wemby on the bench for those minutes. This is a game that they needed to advance the lead. They were up early on, and then they just couldn't grow the lead, and they let San Antonio battle right back and capture the lead. Alyssa, thanks for joining in. Books with Benjamin, glad to have you back in, bud. Stephon Castle playing really well so far tonight. 8 points, 8 minutes, attacking, getting to the rim. He is active. Perfect 4 for 4 at the free throw line, 2 for 3 from the floor. Some early foul trouble right now for Oklahoma City. Isaiah Hartenstein with 2 personal fouls. And he's been the main player who's been put to defend Wemby so far. So Hartenstein, 6'11", 2 inches shorter than Chet at 7'1", but they're going with more of like a sturdier, bulkier built body with Hartenstein at 6'11", 250. Then Chet Holmgren, 7'1", 210 right now to defend Wemby. And Chet Holmgren back on the floor, though, as we come back to action. Spurs have had open looks so far tonight. So many wide open players standing on their spots. Great ball movement leading to that Keldon Johnson 3 to lead into the timeout. Mark, thanks so much for the dodo. Let's get that dodo hype out for Mark of the stream. You the legend, brother. We get back to action. AJ Mitchell with a possession. Slides it off to McCain on the floor with J-Dub. McCain, no good, missed the layup. Cason Wallace on the floor as well, alongside with Chet Holmgren. Keldon Johnson shoots at McCain and right to the rack, no good. Tipped off the glass, missed by Johnson. Offensive rebound, putbacks there by Luke Cornett. That's a bad sign for Oklahoma City. They are getting out-rebounded on the offensive glass by Luke Cornett when Wembanyama's on the bench. Air ball shot, forcing one up by OKC. San Antonio numbers up the floor, and Bryant gave it away. Stolen by McCain. McCain racing. Lob over the top. J-Dub dunks it through with a 2-hand finish. Needed to execute there off the alley-oop slam, and they got it. 4 turnovers by OKC, 3 now tonight for San Antonio. Spurs will walk it up. Dylan Harper on the floor alongside Cornette, Champagnie, Carter Bryant, and Keldon Johnson. A jumper wide open for a deep 2. Missed off the mark by Harper. Rebound goes to OKC. McCain. Pass midcourt. McCain towards his right, sends it off to J-Dub. Cross court to Cason Wallace. Out to the top. Holmgren tees up the 3. Holmgren splashes the 3 ball. 25-25. Chet Holmgren able to knock down a 3-point shot. It's his first made bucket tonight. Down the far side, deflected out of bounds. Went off of Mitchell. It's going to stay Spurs ball. Black Hudson, thanks for joining in. You guys, the legends in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Leyland, welcome on board. Liking the Spurs to go to the finals. LD, glad to have you back in the stream, brother. Victor Wembanyama back on the floor for the final 90 seconds left to go in the first alongside SGA. Spurs with possession. Lost off the dribble by Harper as he coughs it up. Stolen away by McCain. Holmgren shovels on top. SGA. SGA kick out. Corner 3. Got it. It is Cason Wallace from downtown. 3-point lead for OKC. Spurs will try it again. Both teams with 4 turnovers in the opening quarter. Champagnie sends it off to the wing, teeing up the 3 off the step back. It's good. That is number 0 for San Antonio. First playoff minutes coming off the bench by Jordan McLaughlin. Wow, when you have bench points going deep down the bench, that's huge for the Spurs. Jumper McCain, a mid-range, drills the 2. Got some good shot making going on between these two teams. 45 seconds left to go in the first. Quick up the floor. At the rim, no good. Johnson missed the shot. They get the offensive rebound. Behind the back pass, Harper, Champagnie, McLaughlin. At the wing, slows it down. 10 in the timer. Into the hands to Harper. Dylan Harper. Working off a double team, gets the way. Champagnie laces up the 3. A laser beam for the perimeter. Julian Champagnie rips down the 3 ball. 1 point advantage for San Antonio. They are coming out drilling 3s. 5 for 10 from the outside. Shea, cross court. 3 in the air. McCain skipped around the rim and out. Tipped up to Mitchell for the offensive rebound. A.J. Mitchell, 10 seconds left to go. Follow-away shots. Drew the foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for A.J. Mitchell. Absolutely electric start tonight between these two teams going back and forth, back and forth. Role players starting to step up tonight for OKC. 4 players with 3 points each off the bench between Mitchell, McCain, Wallace, and Jalen Williams, number 6. 3 different scores off the bench with either 3 or 4 for San Antonio. Luke Cornett with 4, 3 points each by Jordan McLaughlin and Keldon Johnson. First free throw made by A.J. Mitchell. SGA will check out to the bench. Second free throw is good. 31-31. First quarter between these two teams on Monday was tied up. Wemby has it. Wemby, head full of steam to the rim. And he got called in the offensive foul. Turnover on Wembanyama. Bulldozing Chet Holmgren to the hardwood, who takes the charge. Wow, stand-up defensive stop there for Chet Holmgren as Wemby picks up his first. Wemby shaking out his hand a little bit, his left hand, looking like he got a stinger. And his left, that's his left hand off of that offensive foul. So SGA comes back in for the final possession. Inbound Mitchell on top. Jalen Williams over Wemby off the back rim, no good. Missed the 3. And at the end of the opening quarter of action, we are tied 31-31. What a battle. Oklahoma City never lost back-to-back games in last year's NBA title run. Right now, Oklahoma City trying to prevent a losing streak for the first time in the playoffs since 2024. And they are tied up in their home court in a desperate game that they need to win, 31-31. As we head into the quarter break, we'll be back in a couple moments. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, 1 quarter in the books. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Right now, 70-30 in the poll going for San Antonio. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win tonight here, Spurs or Thunder? And this is just such an even game right now. Both of these teams are drilling shots. Oklahoma City playing desperate, and they are red hot offensively tonight. 60% from the floor against the number 1 defense and lowest field goal shooting percentage defense. OKC is torching up the Spurs through 1 quarter. 12 for 20 shooting. 3 for 7 from the perimeter. San Antonio, 10 for 22, 45%. They are battling hard, getting second chance rebounds. The Spurs are up on the glass 10-8, 5-2 offensive rebounds. Stephon Castle, strong start for him so far tonight. He's got 8 points in 8 minutes. 3 rebounds, 2 of those offensive rebounds, heading to the free throw line, 2 trips, perfect 4 for 4. On the other side, OKC, led by Lou Dort with 6. SGA got 4. Yeah, really good balance, especially for OKC tonight. Guys stepping up all over the place. They've got 4 different players scoring off the bench. They've played 6 different players off the bench tonight. And if you're OKC, you'll take what happened in that first quarter. Wembanyama neutral for him. Just 3 points in 6 minutes. Only attempted 1 shot. Couldn't dominate the low post. His only shot was a 3-point make. So right now, you'll take it for OKC that Wembanyama didn't beat the Thunder's defense. And this is an even game after 1 quarter. For the Thunder, though, they need to make more runs when Wemby checks out. Wemby played just half of the quarter. So the Thunder do need to advance this score and up their margin because they were actually downwards in the margin when Wemby was off throughout most of it. And Wemby in neutral, he's at 0 right now. +1 by Champagnie and Carter Bryant through the first quarter. Largest plus is a +2 by Holmgren and J-Dub. Thunder with possession left to right in the floor. A.J. Mitchell off the Euro step, missed poorly off the glass, tipped around. Caruso comes out with offensive rebound, drives on Wemby, and Caruso draws the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Caruso. And that's a way that you put the big boy in the foul trouble. Victor Wembanyama just picked up his 2nd personal foul. Wow, Alex Caruso targeting Wembanyama with all his might. Just doing all the little things for Caruso. Offensive rebound in the backcourt, scooped it up, tracking down the loose ball, and then drove at Wemby to target Wemby to pick up his 2nd. That is just high IQ, smart basketball by Caruso at his finest. First free throw is good. 2nd free throw is good by Caruso. Man, that's a huge play. Even though it might not sound much with 2 made free throws, getting Wemby his 2nd personal foul, that's huge right now in the early seconds. Jordan McLaughlin, he's on the floor alongside Wembanyama, Castle, Vassell, and Johnson. Wemby at the elbow takes on Hardenstein, who's also got 2 fouls. Wemby, top of the free throw circle, looking to move it off. He does, 5 at a time. McLaughlin dribbles up, bumped into, and fouled. It's on Isaiah Joe. He picks up the personal. So deep tonight for OKC, what they're running the rotation. They've got 11 guys total tonight. Spurs win 9. Castle off the inbound. He got stripped going to the rim. Hardenstein able to strip him. SGA with possession up the floor off the steal. That's now 6 turnovers charged to San Antonio tonight. SGA kick out, corner 3. Caruso reigns in the 3. 5-point lead for OKC. 4th made triple in the night. Caruso buried 8 of those shots from the perimeter in the previous game. Castle is well short. In between a jump shot and a lob, looking for Wemby at the rim. A runner, SGA. To get contacted and fouled. It's on McLaughlin who picks up the personal. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And all of a sudden, Oklahoma City doing work right now. When Wembanyama is on the floor, non-factor tonight, and forcing turnovers. Racking up the steals for Oklahoma City. First free throw by Shai, that is good. I am hoping that this goes into a 7-game series. Second free throw is good. SGA now with 6 points, 4 assists. McLaughlin still on the floor. Sends it off to Vassell as he bobbled it a little bit off target on that pass. Had to tip it back to McLaughlin. Lucky there that they didn't turn it over. Wemby at the wing, drives right baseline over Hardenstein. No good. Tipping is good by Wembanyama. Man, that is just so easy right there. Only took like a step or two and able to tap it in off the offensive rebound. Shea gets to his spot. Jumper, got the bounce, plus the foul. SGA and and one coming up at the free throw line. What a game. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP, bouncing back in a major way tonight. That was just an amazing tip-in by Wembanyama. He wasn't even properly set up to the rim. He was away from the rim, and he just scooped it on the ball going away from the rim, up and in. SGA, just 4 points in the first half in game one. Tonight he's got 9. 8-point lead as the free throw is good. 10 minutes left to go before halftime. Dylan Harper back on the floor. Straight giant dribble drive penetration. Goes right after Hardenstein. Right to the cup and scores. Up and in with a layup. Knowing the motto right now for San Antonio, Hardenstein playing with those 2 personal fouls. And that was a great possession there by Dylan Harper. SGA taking on Wemby. And his jumper got blocked from the side by Vassell. They got it back though in the corner. Baseline dribble. Shovel past Joe. Into the hands to Wallace. Case and Wallace bounce past Caruso. Caruso working on Wemby. Caruso crossover jumper over Wemby. Connects on it. Alex Caruso off a rainbow. Able to get it to go. 8-point lead. Impressive by Caruso. Bullet pass inside the key. Deflected. Intercepted by OKC off the steal. SGA finds a corner 3 with Joe. Missed off the mark. Wembanyama with a defensive rebound. Castle quick up the floor. Challenging Hardenstein. Right to the rim and he scores with a left-hand layup. Big layup there by Stephon Castle. Cuts the deficit down to 6. What a game tonight. Both teams sprinting up the floor against one another. Hardenstein into the hands to SGA. Gets to a spot over Wemby. No good off the mark. Rebound secure by Vassell. And SGA slow to get up. They notice. They got numbers up the floor. It is a foul down low here. Vassell going right into Isaiah Joe, who picks up the defensive foul. So Joe, the guilty party, picks up the personal. Joe trying to set his feet to take a charge, but he was backpedaling. Couldn't set his feet at the last moment. So Joe picks up the defensive foul. Vassell very lucky there that Joe couldn't set his feet in time. 2 free throws at the line for Vassell. First one's good. Second free throw for San Antonio is right down the middle. Devin Vassell drills both of them. SGA and Devin Vassell, the minutes leaders in game one with 51 total minutes. Runner, Hardenstein missed off the mark. Wembanyama able to collect the defensive rebounds. San Antonio down by 4 with possession. Dylan Harper lobs it cross court, finds Vassell. Vassell dribbles towards his right. Lob goes to Wemby. Wemby snatches it, working on Joe on the outside, finds Castle. Castle dribble drive, shoots right out of a cannon. Holy smokes! And he posterizes Isaiah Hardenstein. Major poster dunk by Stephon Castle. Holy moly! Bring the energy, double figures right now for Castle. Swoosh on a 3. It's buried by Case and Wallace. What a game. 46-41. Castle lost the basketball. Deflected around Harper. Can't come down with it as it's still around. Tipped into the hands to Johnson. Maintaining possession for the Spurs. Castle, bad pass deflected. Intercepted. They got numbers 3-on-1. SGA dunks it through with a 2-handed finish. 7-point lead for OKC. Turnovers start to rack up right now for San Antonio. And a timeout taken on the floor by the Spurs. Wow. What a game here tonight. Feisty defense by Oklahoma City. Stephon Castle, again, is coughing up the ball all over the floor. Insane with his ability to get to the rim as they're showing the highlight reel dunk, posterizing Hardenstein at the rim. But then, turnover issues for him. And De'Aaron Fox missing his second game tonight. And right now, Stephon Castle has 16 turnovers throughout this playoff so far in the early stage of the conference finals. 5 turnovers tonight, 11 in game 1. Last game, it did not matter with a turnover margin. They had 23. But right now, Wembanyama just 5. And he has 2 turnovers himself, and he's a -7 on the floor. Man, just textbook game by Oklahoma City, forcing Wembanyama off his spots, away from the rim. Nothing going on in the dunker spot or inside the key for Wembanyama. He's receiving lobs away from the rim towards like the deep baseline, just bumping him off his spots tonight. And plus, OKC's targeting him defensively and able to draw 2 fouls on Wemby. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Hey, what's good? Siegel, welcome in. Siegel's got his 2014 Game 3 Spurs versus the Heat for the championship when the Spurs ended up winning. He loves the Spurs, yet he is rooting for the Thunder. For Siegel. Siegel the legend. #1 Spurs, go San Antonio #1. There you go, brother. Adrian, welcome in. He's liking the Spurs. Wow, just impressive. That dunk by Castle was insane. Yeah, I put in the chat at the start of this chat about the severe thunderstorm warning in my area. Seems like it's missing south, hopefully. We had a hot day where I am today. We had like 90 degrees. Tomorrow's going to be like 60. Hey, thanks so much, Anthony. Really appreciate it, brother. You guys, the Legends MVPs out here on the channel. I'm hoping that short highlight of the Stephon Castle dunk pops up in my short highlight feed. Big shout out to Assist for hitting me up on those highlights throughout the course of the season. Absolutely legendary. Get back to action. Nice pivot right to the cup. It is good by Harper, upping it off the glass. Cutting the deficit down to 5. Cason Wallace on the floor alongside SGA, Hardenstein, Caruso, and Joe. SGA inside the key. Huge rejection from behind by Bryant, and another big block by Wemby. Here goes the Spurs up the floor. Champagnie off a 3, missed off the mark. Rebound secured by Wallace. Wembanyama right now on the floor alongside Champagnie, Vassell, Carter Bryant, and Dylan Harper. Isaiah Hardenstein at the top. Into the hands to SGA. SGA dribbles up at the free throw circle outside, sends it off to the wing. Wallace took the 3, missed off the rim. Short offensive rebound. Redirected back to Wallace. Joe shovels it off to Hardenstein, handoff, Joe, a quarter three, skipped around the rim and out. Vassell there to collect the defensive rebound. So we are down to 6.5 left to go before halftime. Spurs will slow it down now. Devin Vassell dribbles up at the elbow, shovels it to the corner, got broken up, intercepted. Feisty defense right from behind for the Thunders. They force another turnover. Jumper to elbow. SGA, no good. Went down in the shots. No call over the referees. Spurs with possession off the rebound. Harper attacks the rim. Left it short. Missed the layup. Tipped off to Wallace for the defensive rebounds. Wow, we are going back and forth here with a lot of missed possessions recently. Hardenstein flings it off to the corner. Hot tamale. In and out of the hands of Joe. It's out of bounds. Some miscues for the Thunder. Both teams struggling with a turnover bug tonight. Thunder seems like they got a lot more than 5. San Antonio with 10 for turnovers. Yeah, Thunder with 5 now. Thunder hadn't turned it over in a while. It was, at one point, Thunder had 4 turnovers. Spurs had 3, and then the Spurs had 7 consecutive turnovers until that one. Wemby is back to the bench. Luke Cornett now on the floor. Vassell pops up with a jumper. That is short. Tough shot contested by Mitchell. Offensive rebound. Tip back to the Spurs. Castle from deep. Off the mark. No good. They're start to play hero ball. The rebound goes to Jalen Williams, number 6 for OKC. A.J. Mitchell. At the top, defended by Shane Penny. Sends it off to the corner. They fired a bullet down low. Holmgren, double team, kick out, corner. J-Will, baseline, outside on top. Extra pass made to Wallace. Launches the jumper. Splash. It is good from downtown by Cason Wallace. 8-point advantage for the Thunder. Stephon Castle dribbles up inside the key, working on Wallace. On the double team now, gets the way to the corner. Carter Bryant towards his left. Bad pass, sails all the way to the backcourt and all the way to the opposite side of the floor, out of bounds. Yikes, they are not on the same page with one another. That's now 11 turnovers by San Antonio. Yeah, that's their Achilles heel. Just such a young team. Average age of their starting 5 is 22 that they started today for their starting lineup group. Inbound goes to McCain. McCain turns the corner. Kick out, corner, 3. J-Will had a great look at it. Couldn't make the 3, though. Back to San Antonio. Castle. Off the crossover. Defended by McCain. Jump stop inside the key. Castle right to the rim. Scores the 2. Strong move to the hole right there for Stephon Castle. 14 by Castle, leading the way. Holmgren, baseline, dribble to the rack. Holmgren, score it. They're going to count it or no? As we await the foul call, OKC thought it was an and 1. Chet Holmgren celebrating. He thought it was an and 1. As Luke Cornett comes in, reaches in. Holmgren finishes the play with a Euro step layup. Everybody on the Thunder bench was celebrating as it happened right in front of their very own eyes, but the referees ruled it no buckets. And now they've got it as a bucket. They've reversed it and 1. It is good by Holmgren. So the officials now have confirmed that is a good bucket. Fall on Cornett. Free throw is good. 9-point lead for OKC. Under 4.5 left to go before halftime. Stephon Castle dribbles up inside the key once again. Step back jumper. 15-footer straight away. Drills the 2. Man, Castle having a great offensive game in the shot-making column. Not so much in the turnovers, but been able to knock down the shots. 8 points this quarter. He had 8 in the opening quarter, 16 in the game on 6 for 9 shooting. Bad pass by Oklahoma City, stolen away by Castle. Castle up the floor and tried to thread the needle to the rim off the double team. It got broken up out of bounds. Gonna stay Spurs ball, 3:57 left. Castle with 16. After that, Dylan Harper with 6. Wemby with just 5 tonight. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, plus a block. Just amazing textbook defense by the Thunder tonight, coming prepared in this game, determined to bounce back. Wemby is right now on the bench. SGA comes back in. This could be a time to go on the run if you're the Thunder. Champagnie off the inbound corner three, bricked off the back rim. SGA controls the defensive rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander up the floor. Jumper, midi, I got it. 9-point advantage for OKC. Watch out for this time to spark a run for the Thunder. SGA with 13 tonight, bouncing back in a big way efficiency-wise, 5 for 10 shooting. Dylan Harper dribbles up to the elbow, jumper over Shea, no good left his shorts. It was an air ball as J. Will collects the basketball. Up the floor, McCain, the Thunder look to lead by double digits if they execute here. McCain slows it down, outside A.J. Mitchell. AJ, 12 in the timer. Defended by Harper off the screen set by J. Will. Mitchell drives, working on Cornette. Stumbled on the floor. Got it away to Holmgren. 3 in the shot clock. Holmgren got a launch. Tough fall away. Bounced off the rim, no good. Deflected up in the air. It's Castle who controls the defensive rebound. Dish underneath Champagnie running on the real estate. Bounce past Castle. Out of control. Got tripped up though and fouled. Wow, so many 50-50 ball opportunities tonight in this game. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. 56-47. Thunder will burn a timeout. 2:56 left to go before half. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top Skier to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Man, what a game we've got here tonight currently. Just difference maker so far. San Antonio, 11 turnovers, 9 steals by OKC, 14-5. Points off turnovers scored by the Thunder. Both of these teams playing just so fast up the floor, and Thunder are doubling up the Spurs in the fast break points, 8-4. It's just been one of those games where there's been deflections all over the place, scrambles for 50-50 balls, loose ball rebounds, and I mean, they're lucky that it's not much more than 11 turnovers. There's been some possessions that San Antonio has kept the basketball alive, basically on a slim margin, hanging by a thread. So that 11 turnover margin, if they didn't control a couple of those possessions, could have been more like 13 or 14 tonight. Stephon Castle leading the way. He's got 16. SGA playing really well tonight for the MVP. 13 points in 14 minutes and getting a lot of help off the bench. Case and Wallace, 3 made threes with 9. Caruso with 7. What's good, Rosie? Thanks for joining back in. Yeah, Stephon Castle, national champion at UConn. Pat, welcome in. Resty, thanks for joining in. I don't believe so. I think it's only available in the US and Europe, I believe. Yeah, because when I went to put the stuff in on the site, I think it said just US dollar. Yeah, the US dollar rate and then the euro was the only two that they took. So unfortunately, I don't think I have it for the Philippines. Yeah, legendary supporters out in the Philippines, especially for the playoffs. Guys are awesome out there. Yeah, it's looking like a lot of the thunderstorms are missing south of me right now, luckily. Just replaced the previous pinned one on the stream. About like a 30-minute difference. Places further south getting hammered right now by thunderstorms. We get back to action. Spurs down by 9 with possession. Dylan Harper on the floor alongside Wemby at Champagny. Up fake Wemby lost it. Third turnover of the night by Wemby. SGA collects the steal. Up the floor, off to Lou Dort. Shovels on top to SGA. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the low block. Fought away. A jumper's good. 11-point margin for OKC. MVP stepping up with a big away tonight. 15 responding back for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Castle. He's got 16 leading the way for the Spurs. Towards his right into the hands to Harper. Dylan Harper. Far corner, working his way on Holmgren. Spin cycle, backdoor layup. No good off the mark. Fouled. 2 free throws coming up by Harper. It's on Chet Holmgren who picks up the personal. Right now, Wembanyama non-factor -7 on the floor. Just 5 points in 13 minutes with only 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and plus 3 turnovers for him tonight. He's been knocked off his spots a ton. He's picked up 2 fouls. Take it as a big win right now for OKC. First free throw is good. Just incredible adjustments made for this game for Oklahoma City. Second free throw is good. And the supporting cast able to step up all around SGA tonight. Multiple guys able to produce. Going into a lineup that's gone 11 guys deep down the rotation for OKC. Hardenstein shovels off to SGA, leads the way with 15. SGA dribbles up inside the key, outside off the Chet. Chet into the hands to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 in the timer. SGA off the double team, gets the way. Dort out to the corner. Chet takes the jumper, blocked by Wemby. San Antonio back with the basketball. Wemby big time in the vertical. Here goes Castle right to the rim. A huge rejection right from behind by OKC. SGA fires a bullet down low. Holmgren, another big block by Wemby, though got fouled. Wembanyama just picked up his 3rd personal foul. So not clean on the block, and 2 free throws coming up by Chet Holmgren. Wow. They're showing the replay right now. Wembanyama closing in from behind on Chet. Oof. That looked like it was all ball from behind. San Antonio. They're going to take the timeout. They're going to challenge. San Antonio challenging the 3rd personal foul of the game on Victor Wembanyama. That previous replay looked like it was all ball. Heading to the timeout. 1:34 left to go before halftime as we take the timeout. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top Skier to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Wow, what a game tonight. Just get that highlight clip from Castle's dunk. Insane. Probably going to see if I can get that in during a half. Victor Wembanyama. 3rd personal foul. This is under review right now. Closing in from behind, defending Holmgren at the rim. As he blocked Holmgren from behind, referees ruled it a shooting foul, not a clean block. Now, when I saw that replay, On the one that's underneath the rim, right behind the rim, it looked like it was clean by Wemby. Closing in from behind. Looked like he got all ball. It's a huge call right now. Absolutely a huge call if Wemby will stick with 3 fouls or if this is going to be overturned. Huge call on the floor. And the call has been overturned. Wembanyama, clean block. Third block of the night for Victor Wembanyama, back to 2 personal fouls. That is huge. Yep, clearly all ball from behind, denying Holmgren at the rim. Big time right there by Wembanyama. Rax Blue, thanks for joining in, bud. 94 seconds left to go before halftime. So Victor Wembanyama now up to 3 blocks tonight. San Antonio with possession after they won the challenge. Dylan Harper off the screen set by Wemby. Dribbles up inside the key, spins outside on top of Wemby. Pulls up on the 3, no good off the mark. A rebound goes to Holmgren. SGA setting the tone early on. Look at the bounce back. Dribbles inside the key, outside off the Chet. Chet, dribble drive, shovel pass down low. Off to Hartenstein. Cutting back door. Ducks it home with a 2-hand finish. 11-point lead for OKC. A final minute left to go before halftime. Dylan Harper lobs it cross court. Corner 3. Barnes off the back rim, no good. A rebound tracked down by Wemby. Wemby gets the way to the corner. Champagny. And away from the ball, OKC picks up the personal foul. And it's on Hartenstein. Hartenstein picks up the personal foul, and that is going to be his 3rd. Isaiah Hartenstein in some deep foul trouble. And Victor Wembanyama heading to the free throw line in the bonus. So it was on the pass that Wemby pushed out to the corner to Champagny. First free throw is good by Wemby. I'll be live tomorrow night. Game 2, Knicks and Cavs. New York Knicks with all the momentum after trailing by 22, flipping the script into a 33-point swing, winning by double digits yesterday in overtime. The Cavs blew a 20-plus point lead with 7:45 left yesterday. Yeah, Kenny Atkinson, he's the one to blame. They had 4 timeouts going into 3 minutes left. They lost 2 of those timeouts in the mandatory 3 minutes and under left to go. They take it down to 2 timeouts. Just terrible coaching in that 4th quarter yesterday. Both the free throws go by Wemby. 9-point game. Runner inside the key for A.J. Mitchell. He's got it. Back to a double-digit deficit. 30 seconds left to go before halftime. Dylan Harper. Edge in the midcourt logo taken on A.J. Mitchell. Lobs it off to Champagny. Back into the hands to Harper. Harper still working on Mitchell. 9 in the timer. Harper dribbles up to the elbow. Rises for the jumper. Step back 2. Left it short. Tipped by Chet. Couldn't come down with a rebound. Offensive board San Antonio. Champagny steps into an open 3. And it's going to be rolled. An offensive foul, an illegal screen set by Harrison Barnes. So it's a critical turnover by San Antonio as he had a wide open 3. A defender went down, and Harrison Barnes he tripped up Isaiah Joe, trying to close out Champagny. A very late whistle there by the officials. So turnover on the offensive foul charge to Harrison Barnes. Back it goes to OKC. 10 seconds left. A.J. Mitchell past the timeline. Mitchell slides it off to SGA. Final shot to close out the half, and SGA lost it. Battling with a loose ball in the hardwood, and they could not get off a shot as the buzzer sounded. 62-51. 11-point lead going into halftime for OKC. A bunch of turnovers for San Antonio in the first half. 13 turnovers by the Spurs. Just 6 turnovers going into halftime by OKC. That's a huge difference maker in this game. 16-5 points off turnovers. 8-4 points off the fast break. Oklahoma City shooting the ball real well right now. 23 for 45, 51%. Knocking down 3 is 6 for 14, 43% from the perimeter. And SGA getting to his spots, knocking down shots tonight. 15 going into half for SGA on 6 for 11 shooting plus 5 assists. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. Supporting cast stepping up in a big way for OKC. They have gone with, holy smoke, so many guys tonight. Just they played almost their full squad for this game. This is insane how many people they've played tonight. They played 12 players out of the 14 available for this matchup for OKC. 15 by Shea, 9 off the bench by Case and Wallace, drilling 3 threes, 7 by Caruso, 6 by Lou Dort, 6 by AJ Mitchell coming off the bench, 5 by Chet. Chet playing 14 minutes, just 5 though, and J-Dub with only 4. J-Dub only played 7 minutes. Tsunami Poppy, thanks so much for the dono, brother. Let's get that dono hype out on the stream for Tsunami Poppy. You the legend, man. San Antonio led by Stephon Castle, 16 by Castle. Turned it over 5 times though out of 13. Wemby, which is 7 going into half. Just in textbook defense by OKC, knocking him off his spots. Wemby with 2 personal fouls. Devin Vassell's got 2. And then Isaiah Hardenstein, deep personal foul trouble with 3. Yeah, Isaiah Hardenstein was like the main defender on Wembanyama, moving it off his spots, and right now got into that late foul trouble with his 3rd. So we'll see if that does play a major difference going into the second half, because I would imagine Wemby is gonna get stuff ASAP once we get back from halftime at the rim for him to make that happen. Hasn't had anything remotely close to the bucket besides tip-in offensive rebound buckets so far for him tonight. That's been one of the keys for the Spurs, is crashing the glass, winning the rebound battle 23-19, 9-6 in the offensive glass. But the efficiency just there tonight for OKC. 51%, 43% from the perimeter. SGA getting to his spots, knocking down his shots. I'm going to see if I can utilize this halftime, because that dunk was so good. I kind of want to post it right now at halftime. Stephon Castle had an absolutely insane dunk at one point. I'm going to see if I can post a short video up of Stephon Castle's dunk. He posterized Isaiah Hardenstein. It was insane. Damn, just insane. Absolutely insane. The Stephon Castle poster dunk. So I'm hoping the post is short. Right now at halftime, I'll link it up to the chat once I get that finalized and posted up. Just an absolutely insane dunk. Like a lot of people thought the Jamal Cain dunk went down as dunk of the year. Like, damn, that was massive. Yeah, Thunder doing a really nice job in this first half so far. I just posted that Stephon Castle poster dunk short up there if anybody's interested in watching that. Just insane. Like, holy smokes. Guy plays with just so much energy and force for him. Just an absolutely crazy dunk that he had posterizing Hardenstein. The really good game by OKC, and San Antonio needs to do a much better job taking care of the basketball for them. 13 turnovers. They're midway to 26. They had 23 turnovers total in the double overtime game on Monday. Like, that's so many turnovers right now. Really goes to show that this Thunder squad is not going to lie down for them. Like, defending champions, they're not going to lie down. They know that the media yesterday was saying if they go down to 0-2, there's not going to be a chance, and they are battling themselves back tonight for the Thunder. Free throw margin is even in this game. Both teams have attempted 12 free throws. Spurs are actually perfect at the free throw line. OKC's left off 2 free throws, 10 for 12 tonight. Yeah, earlier on, that was a huge challenge that the Spurs won. Like, crazy that they had to go and challenge that. Um, the one that Wemby got all ball on chat. Yeah, that first half was quite, like, crazy and chaotic. Like, both teams trying to play fast against one another. A lot of 50-50 balls. Just, the Spurs haven't been able to settle down in this game, and that's where the difference has been made with the outcome of the turnovers so far. So they need to start to settle down into this game. They could have had way more than 13 for turnovers, too. Yeah, really good for OKC tonight, bouncing back in the first half, responding so far tonight. Now, Hardenstein does have 3 personal fouls, so he's been utilized quite a bit defending Wemby so far. So, opportunity waiting for San Antonio to see if they can tighten up this deficit. Here we go. Start to the third quarter in just a moment. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This game, OKC desperately needs to keep this series going. I think if they go down to 0-2, it's going to be just too big of a hole for them. No De'Aaron Fox once again tonight for San Antonio. Right now, San Antonio down by 11, but still got a second half to play. Noel, welcome in. He's like an OKC tonight. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight, OKC or San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama, just 7 points tonight. He had 14 points in the first half in game 1. SGA last game, he had just 4 points at halftime tonight. Big bounce back game for SGA. He's got 15 currently. Thunder right to left on the floor as they start off in the opening possession to begin the third quarter. SGA on the floor alongside Chet Holmgren, Cason Wallace, Lou Dort, and Isaiah Hartenstein. A jumper is good inside a key for 2 by Dort. So J-Dub does not start out the third quarter. So they got Wallace in the spot of J-Dub currently. Stephon Castle on the floor alongside Wemby, Champagnie, Vassell, and Harper. Jumper, mid-range. Wemby connects on it. Wembanyama up to 9. 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks. Lob goes to Hartenstein. Outside Chet. Tees up the 3. Chet airballs it. Lou Dort tried to save it. Deflected it out of bounds. Chet Holmgren. That was not a good shot. Luckily, his team's up by 11 right now. Don't want to pull off a James Harden in this game like he did yesterday. Right to the rim, and there goes Dylan Harper scoring the layup. Cutting the deficit down to 9. And Dylan Harper, walking bucket for the rookie, finding his way up to double figures with 10 tonight. Lou Dort slides it off to SGA. Top of the key, working on Castle. 6 in the timer. SGA dribbles up inside the key. A dump off down low. Shovel pass off to Hartenstein. Little bunny got the 2. Nice ball movement working their way inside there for OKC. Stephon Castle at the free throw circle. Bounce pass into the hands to Wemby. Reach and foul charge 2. They got SGA here. Hartenstein. They got SGA. Yeah, I was close to Hartenstein too in the vicinity. Jalen Williams not starting off this third quarter. Headed to the locker room. Only played 7 minutes tonight for J-Dub, number 8. 4 points in 7 minutes tonight for J-Dub. SGA just picked up his second personal foul. Champagnie bricked off the back rim. Offensive rebound off a double team. Hauled in by Wemby. Wemby tees up the 3 from deep. Wembanyama drills the triple. Here comes the Spurs. They cut the deficit down to 8. 3 second chance points by Victor Wembanyama. 12 points now by Wemby. Had just 7 going into halftime. SGA dribbles up to the elbow. Kept it alive into the hands to Wallace. Wallace drives on Wemby. Shovel pass. Runner. Mid-range. No good off the mark. Hartenstein offensive rebound. Back to Hartenstein. Quarter 3. Wallace bricked off the back rim. A rebound off one hand. Snatched by Wemby. Spurs with the basketball. Looking to cut it down by 8. Lob over the top, looking for Wemby. And fouled by Hartenstein at the back end at the rim. That is now the 4th personal foul charged to Isaiah Hartenstein tonight. Oh boy. Isaiah Hartenstein has been left to defend Wembanyama throughout this entire game. And watch out. Hartenstein now with 4 personal fouls. The Spurs are going to have to find an answer to defend Wemby with somebody else. Leave it up to the tall, scrawny, 7'1" Chet Holmgren. Most likely to be the next guy who defends Wemby. We'll see what happens. Wemby on the floor. Chet and Hartenstein are both out. Quarter 3 is buried by Vassell. It's a 5-point game, a 66-61. What is Mark Daigneault doing? The top 2 tallest players on the floor for OKC are on the bench. Thunder on the floor look like this. Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams, number 6, who bricked the 3. Rebound goes to Harper. Cason Wallace and SGA attacking the rim. And Dylan Harper scores with a left-hand layup. San Antonio 12-4 run to start off the third quarter. Timeout on the floor, taken by OKC. Here comes the Spurs. Isaiah Hardenstein. 4 personal fouls. Referees let it go. Wembanyama able to clear the pathway. That should have been called an offensive foul on Wemby. Lowered the shoulder to Jalen Williams to clear up space for Harper to score that layup. It wasn't called by the officials. They let it play on, and Dylan Harper finding his way into the double digits category. 10 points tonight by Dylan Harper. 12 by Wembanyama. Almost as many points that he had going into halftime. Already scored in the third quarter. He had 7 at the half. He's got 5 to begin this third quarter for Wemby. In the first 3 minutes and 18 seconds of the third. 16 by Castle. As we head to the timeout, a 3-point game. Despite the Spurs committing 13 turnovers tonight as we head to the timeouts. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, now on the timeout, if you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channels. Right now, we are on a timeout. Pepsi Roblox, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Man, Castle brings the energy. Just incredible what Stephon Castle does out on the floor. Besides the turnovers, I mean, he's a big energy player. Big time for the Spurs squad. Right now, this is not a good sign for OKC. Isaiah Hardenstein with 4 personal fouls, been the primary defender for Victor Wembanyama tonight. Jalen Williams injured. Only 7 minutes tonight by J-Dub. Let's see if there's any update with Jalen Williams. Wow, Jalen Williams hasn't played since the first quarter and is not on the Thunder bench. No official update right now. Looks like he was getting treatment on his left hamstring after exiting. That's the hamstring that he strained in Game 2 of the first round, causing him to miss 6 games before coming back to the opener of the Western Conference Finals. So J-Dub right now being evaluated in the locker room. Still in the locker room to start off the second half. Get back to action. 3-point game. Cason Wallace sends it off to Jalen Williams, number 6. McCain attacks the rack. No good. Wemby got a piece of that basketball. They got it back, though, with Lou Dort. Out to the wing. A 3. And no good miss by Dort. Rebound hauled in by Wemby. Here's the 5 of the court for San Antonio. Wembanyama, Castle, Champagnie. Pull-up jumper straight away. Wemby got it. It's a tie game, 66-66. Wembanyama, Champagnie, Castle, Dylan Harper, Vassell, corner jumper right back at ya. It is good by J. Will, number 6. Back and forth we go. Under 8 minutes left to go in the third. San Antonio 3 for 4 to start things off in the perimeter. Victor Wembanyama taking his way on Jalen Williams, number 6. Kick out, corner, 3, trifecta from the perimeter. Devin Vassell able to sizzle the triple. Nice dime there by Wemby with an assist. OKC up fake of the wing. Jay Will slides it off towards his right into the hands of Dort outside Jay Will. Pass broken up on a bounce off Harper. It's going to stay OKC ball right now. Holmgren and Hartenstein on the bench together. Hartenstein going to be missing quite a bit of minutes in this half due to deep foul trouble with 4 personal fouls. And without Hartenstein, no answers right now with anybody else on how to defend Victor Wembanyama. Inbound for OKC under 8 on the timer. Shea, bounce pass, sets up Caruso, pops him a 3, buries the triple. Back and forth we go. Dylan Harper slides it off to Wemby. Wembanyama, defended by Jalen Williams. Jab step, dribbles, drives right down the lane inside. No good. Tip in as he is able to shove it back in with a right-hand finish. Victor Wembanyama, one-hand acrobatic dunk. Right back off the putback. Lou Dort, baseline dribble, bounce pass, trailer. Huge rejection by Wemby as he denies Caruso at the rim. And Wemby gets fouled. Victor Wembanyama, an absolute machine on alien mode right now. Wemby with a tip in, surging right past Williams. And then blocks Caruso at the summit. Just built different. Just too good. 10 points now in the third quarter by Wemby. He had just 7 going into halftime. Spurs with all the momentum. They have the basketball. Dylan Harper. Forces right. Dribbles up. Drives. Kick out corner. Castle. On the 3. Off the mark. No good. SGA. Hauls in the defensive rebound. Thunder with possession. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander bumped into off the dribble. And it's on Vassell who picks up the personal. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. Tonight, I'll be back live covering Cavs against Knicks. Game 2 tomorrow night. Inbound goes to SGA. Working on Castle, dribbles up to the elbow, outside Chet. Chet fires at corner, 3 in the air. Caruso buries the triple. 4-point advantage for OKC. Stephon Castle past the timeline, 13 points, perfect, 3 for 3 from the perimeter by Caruso. Castle, head full of steam to the rack, scores the layup. What a game going back and forth against one another. Caruso. Skip pass, corner, kept in the court of play by Mitchell. Mitchell dribbles back out to the top, hand off to SGA. Shea drives on Wemby, jumper to elbow, late to contest was Harper, buries the 2. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 77-73, SGA with 17 today. Naja Player, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, brother. Step at the corner, dribbling up, driving to the rack. Huge rejection by SGA, denying Harper at the rim. Here goes the Thunder. Runner left short, no good. Off the mark by McCain, tipped around. Wembanyama able to out-hustle Chet Holmgren for the defensive rebound, and Castle lost it up the floor. 6th turnover of the night on Stephon Castle. 3 at the wing. McCain off the mark, tipped around, offensive rebound, back to McCain. Under 5 minutes left to go in the third. Thunder with possession, spin cycle, SGA double clutch, missed it short, battle for the rebound, loose ball foul, and the backcourt charge to OKC. It's on Chet Holmgren who picks up the personal. And Chet takes a hard fall, hitting the deck. The clock will stop with 4:50 left to play in the third. So he got tangled up with Dylan Harper as Chet picked up the personal foul. What's good? Mike on the stream. Welcome in, bud. Jalen Harper now heading to the locker room. Oh boy, that is not a good sign. Dylan Harper just been so key for the rookie. Tonight, 12 points, 5 for 10 shooting, 3 assists, a +6 on the floor, the second top plus behind Champagne, a +7. And Dylan Harper going into the locker room right now underneath the tunnel, and we get a timeout taken on the floor by San Antonio. 4 timeouts remaining for the Spurs, 3 by the Thunder, 4-point game with 4:50 left to go in the third, 77-73 as we head to the timeouts. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top Skier to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. This has been an incredible game tonight. If you guys are just joining in, the Thunder led by double digits, as many by 13 points at one point in the second quarter. That is now dwindled down to 4 at the moment. San Antonio's largest lead is 5. Thunder have led 69% of the game, approximately. OKC has done it through efficiency throughout most of the night. They went into halftime at 51% shooting, but right now the Spurs, who shot just 43% at the half, surpassing the Thunder. 49% San Antonio, 48% OKC. San Antonio, 14 turnovers compared to just 7 by the Thunder tonight. Victor Wembanyama, just 7 points going into halftime tonight, stepping up in a major way in this third quarter. 10 points in the third, 11 rebounds with 17 points. 4 blocks tonight by Wemby. Just a machine. Stephon Castle's got 18, 12 by Harper, 11 by Vassell. Updates here. Jalen Williams for the Thunder, number 8, J-Dub, still in the locker room. So, and actually now he won't return. So update here with Jalen Williams. Underdog NBA putting out on Twitter, Jalen Williams' hamstring will not return to this game. So Jalen Williams is out tonight. He played just 7 minutes, scored 4 points, and he is out for the remaining part of this game. Now on to Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper going to the locker room during the timeout. Dylan Harper, leg injury, heading to the locker room. So landed funny. Going up for the rebound, battling with Chet. Both of them got tangled up. So, yeah, that's tough there. He's such a key player. They're showing the replay right now. Dylan Harper jogging from the locker room back to courtside, and then being asked to go back to the locker room. That's a key guy for the Spurs. So right now, San Antonio, they're 5 of the courts. Stephon Castle, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, Carter Bryant, Luke Cornett on the floor in place of Wemby right now. 4.5 left to go in the third. Step back 3. Castle straight away missed off the mark. Caruso controls the defensive rebound. SGA on the floor alongside Caruso, Holmgren, McCain, and AJ Mitchell. Going up off the glass, score it, and the foul. Free throw coming up on the line for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Just makes it look so easy on the floor. Able to get past the Fud Castle. It's Castle from behind. You picked up the personal. Free throw is good. 7-point lead right now. San Antonio with possession, lobbed down low, rolling to the hoop, no good off the back rim, missed by Johnson, and still battling for it, able to get it in. Right over Chet's, through for two by Keldon Johnson. Chet Holmgren drives on Keldon inside the key, puts it up, score it, and a foul. Chet gonna shoot the and one, coming up at the line. Chet Holmgren has been dormant most of this game, making an impact right now. Yeah, I'm actually from Mass, if you didn't know, Mike. Some I very very close to Rhode Island where I am in Mass. I go to New Hampshire quite a bit though. Right now, Wemby on the bench. Free throw is good by Chet. 8-point margin for OKC. Spurs with a possession. Devin Vassell goes up inside. Jumper 15-footer. Drills it. Wow, this has been an excellent game between these two teams tonight. Vassell's got 13. SGA, a jumper on a heater. Drills the deep two. Once again, SGA just getting into a groove. 22 tonight for Shea. Castle at the low block, working on Caruso. His pass off the fingertips of Cornette results in the turnover. Back it goes to OKC as we're down to 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. SGA in attack mode, kick out, Holmgren baseline dribble, right to the rack, soars up, and dunks it with a two-handed slam. Big time, a dunk by Chet Holmgren. Timeout on the floor by San Antonio. 2:56 left to go in the third quarter. Chet Holmgren showing up right now in this series. SGA able to get the cog going in the right direction for the Thunder. Had the jumper at the top of the free throw circle and then able to play make to the corner where Chet was able to baseline drive it and dunk it down with authority. 10-point lead for OKC, looking to respond tonight as we head over to another timeout. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the B-Tab brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. What a game right now between these two teams. Chet Holmgren finally in double figures with 10. SGA, top scorer tonight in the game with 22, alongside 8 assists, 2 blocks for SGA, plus 9 on the floor, bouncing back. Chet Holmgren is a plus 14. He is the top plus as a starter. AJ Mitchell tonight has played 18 minutes. He is a plus 23 on the court. Come back to action. Spurs get the inbound. Jordan McLaughlin, number 0, back in the floor. Did not play in the previous game. McLaughlin on the floor alongside Wembanyama, Champagnie Vassell, and Harrison Barnes. Barnes drives on Caruso, missed the layup, drew the foul. And 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Barnes. Yeah, I'm hoping we get a 7-game series out of these two teams. This is the OKC team that we were waiting for. What's good, Luciano? Welcome back in, bud. 2 free throws by Barnes. First one's good. Second shot's good. Cuts the deficit down to 8. SGA Caruso, Holmgren Mitchell, lob, shoved through with a two-handed flush by Chet Holmgren with authority, assisted by Caruso. That is an incredible alley-oop jam by Chet. 7 points this quarter, 12 in the game. McLaughlin, kick out corner. Wemby at the wing, drives on Chet, bouncing bodies, flings it off to the corner. McLaughlin on the three, rips it down the cylinder for the triple. Cuts the deficit down to 7. 2 minutes left to go in the third. Thunder with possession. Caruso into the hands to SGA. Shea moves it off to the middle. Caruso, one dribble, fires the pass down low. Mitchell, backdoor, scores the layup. Nice ball movement outside to inside for the Thunder. Jordan McLaughlin, push pass out to the corner of Vassell, off the double team, gets it away. He finds Champagnie. Champagnie to the rim, soars and scores with a right-hand finish. Great game between these two teams tonight. A.J. Mitchell, kick out, corner, McCann fires the three, left it short to Wembanyama with a defensive rebound. Victor Wembanyama, double-double, 17 and 12 tonight. Champagnie going to the rack, no good. Shea got a piece of the ball, but late whistle, a shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the line for Julian Champagnie, and wasn't clean defensively by Shea, according to the officials, as he gets rolled on the shooting foul. So 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Julian Champagnie. I'll be back live tomorrow night covering Cavs against Knicks. If you guys would like to join on board, feel free to do so. First free throw missed at the line by Champagnie. And if you're new in the stream, keep on smashing the thumbs up. Helps out this video being found on YouTube. Alex Caruso, he's going to check out right now. Second free throw is good by Champagnie. We approach the final minute left to go in the third. A corner three teed up by Mitchell. Missed off the mark. Tipped off the glass by Chet. Rebound goes to Vassell. Devin Vassell. Quick three. Straight away. Buries it. That's a big shot. Cuts the deficit down to 3. 9-2 run by San Antonio in the last minute, 15 seconds. A.J. Mitchell working on McLaughlin, edge of the OKC Thunder logo. Mitchell dribbles up, dribbled it wide. Champagnie with a steal. Up the floor, fast break. Wemby lost it. Wemby battling for the basketball. And a loose ball foul charge to Wembanyama. That's now the 3rd personal foul of the night on Wemby. I love the hustle, but when the ball is not near him, he's trying to dive forward. Shea clearly had the basketball, and he undercut Shea. Yeah, I love the hustle by Wemby, but you got to realize that that's now your 3rd personal foul, how he undercut Shea. Thunder with possession. Shea rises for the jumper. Deep 2, connects on it. Getting to his spots for SGA. 5-point advantage for the Thunder. Under 25 seconds left to go in the third. And a bad pass by San Antonio, picked off by McCain. Shot clock turned off. Thunder with possession. Big story in this game at the end could be turnovers. Oh, San Antonio struggling. They have 17 turnovers tonight. OKC gets it away. Shea to the wing. McCain, laser beam from downtown. Rips in the 3. 8-point lead for OKC. McLaughlin, final seconds. Jumper, deep 2. Rainbow came up short at the buzzer. And at the end of the third quarter, Oklahoma City able to go on a run in the final minutes. Up by 8, 96-88. What a game right now. Through 3 quarters in the books. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the game leader with 24 through 3 quarters tonight, alongside 9 assists for the MVP. As we head to the timeout, we'll be back in a couple moments. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the B-Tab brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. What a game we've got here tonight between these two teams. Victor Wembanyama had 10 points in the third quarter. Turnovers been a major miscue tonight for San Antonio. They have attempted 9 fewer shots than the Thunder, despite San Antonio having a +3 offensive rebound margin on the glass. Where this game has been decided so far through 3 quarters, that's in the turnover margin. 17 turnovers by San Antonio, 8 by the Thunder. Points off turnovers, a landslide, 23-7 for the Thunder tonight. And then OKC racking up 14 steals compared to just 4 by the Spurs. Quick foul trouble update. Victor Wembanyama, 3 personal fouls. Everybody else with 2-1 or 0 for San Antonio. Isaiah Hartenstein, who locked up Wemby in the first half, he has 4 personal fouls. That's where the game has sort of changed in the early third, where the Spurs started to get on a run and made this game close. 3 personal fouls by SGA. And everybody else with 2-1 or 0. Yeah, it's been a really good game all throughout the course of the night. Jules, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win here. Type it in, Spurs or Thunder. 8-point game as we start off the third quarter. Left to right on the floor, San Antonio with the opening possession. Keldon Johnson on the court alongside Stephon Castle, Harrison Barnes, Julian Champagnie, Victor Wembanyama. Wemby receives it at the top, fires a bullet down low. Castle has it up feed. Castle backdoor, scores the layup. Cuts the deficit down to 6. Wemby with an absolute dime of a pass to find Castle with a bucket. Hartenstein, handoff Joe to the roller behind Hartenstein. Kept it alive, though. To the corner, McCain, and the 3 missed off the mark. A rebound secured defensively by Champagnie. Spurs with possession. Castle at the top, sends it off to Wemby. Wemby takes the 3 that missed poorly. Too strong, and McCain collects the defensive rebound. Jared McCain up the floor, finds Hartenstein. Into the hands to McCain. McCain dribbles free throw circle. Towards his right, Hartenstein low block, takes on Wemby. Circles his way around the key. Hartenstein looks back outside, finds Caruso. Handoff McCain towards his left. McCain, a step back 3 over Castle. No good off the mark. A rebound hauled in by Champagnie. Hartenstein, A.J. Mitchell, Caruso, McCain, and Joe. That's the 5 players on the floor currently for OKC. As SGA right now is on the bench. Castle powers his way down low, puts it a shot and scores. Up and off the window. Stephon Castle getting his team win in 2 possessions. 22 by Castle. Both teams dead even at 50% shooting tonight. Isaiah Joe bobbled it, lost it, got it back low block, tiptoes the baseline. Outside it goes off to Caruso. Caruso kick out, corner, 3 over. Wemby missed off the mark by Joe, tipped around, offensive rebound, controlled by McCain. Joe to the corner, McCain with a 3. McCain buries the triple. Huge 3 points right there off the second chancer. Going for the former Sixer, Jared McCain. Ian, welcome back in. Liking the Spurs to come on back and win this game. It'll be Spurs basketball here off the inbounds. Goes over to Wemby at the wing. Wemby sends it on top to Castle. Castle towards his right around the perimeter. Finds Champagnie. Back outside Castle. Moves it off to the corner. Barnes at the right block. Shovel pass corner. No good there in the possession. Got intercepted by the Thunder. Taking it up the floor. Huge rejection at the rim as Castle denies McCain. They got numbers 5 and 4. Wemby dribbles, drives, right down the lane inside. No good. Able to get the tap in for 2 by Wembanyama. 5-point game right now. Victor Wembanyama working his way up to 19 tonight. 19 points, 14 rebounds for Wemby. Hardenstein, runner, 15-footer, bounced off the rim. A rebound goes to Castle. Stephon Castle's got 22. He's got possession. Castle dribbles up mid-block, kick out corner. Barnes fires the 3, buries the triple. It's a 2-point game, a 97-99. The Spurs will not go away. Thunder desperately needing to win this game tonight, because if not, they will be 1-6 against the Spurs regular season plus the playoffs combined this season. Victor Wembanyama, a +8 on the floor. Champagnie, the biggest plus, of the +11 for San Antonio. On the other side, A.J. Mitchell, a +15. Chet, a +12. We head to the timeout. Timeout by the Thunder. 2 timeouts left. 99-97. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. This has been an absolutely elite level shooting game. Right now, the Thunder shooting 49% from the floor. The Spurs at 51% currently. San Antonio finding their shot from 3. 12 for 27 from the perimeter. Devin Vassell, 4 made threes tonight. 3 made threes by Wemby. Perfect 2 for 2 from the perimeter by McLaughlin, plus a 3 each by Champagnie, Barnes, and Keldon Johnson. They are 15 for 16 at the free throw line. Thunder are 12 for 14 tonight. San Antonio, plus in the glass, +6, 44-38. Second chance points are no, they're +11 on the glass, 39-28. I was looking at the 3-point margin. 44% from 3 for the Spurs, 38% for OKC. Both teams shooting well from the perimeter, but yeah, San Antonio able to up that margin on the glass, 39-28 and 14-11 in offensive rebounds. Right now, SGA, the game leader with 24. Gonna need a lot more help, though, to keep on out in front and pick up this win. Jalen Williams out for the remaining part of the game due to the hamstring injury, so he is out. Played just 7 minutes tonight, scored 4 points. Caruso, number 2 scorer, drilling 3 threes, got 13 off the bench, 12 by Holmgren. Yeah, Shea needs a lot more help right now because it's looking like it's basically 3 guys in the series playing ball against much more players for San Antonio, who's getting to get into double figures. Spurs with 4 guys double figures. Castle 22, Wemby 19 and 14, alongside 6 assists. Vassell with 16, 4 made threes by Vassell, 12 by Harper. I'm going to see if there's any update on Dylan Harper. Went to the locker room a little bit earlier due to a leg injury for him, and Dylan Harper won't return. So Dylan Harper has been returned or has been ruled out. So one player each injured out for the remaining part of this game for both sides between J-Dub, Jalen Williams, and Dylan Harper. I think it all depends on what happens in this series with injuries. So, my opinion, the West this year has been superior to the East. But if we get a 7-game series and players are beaten and battered, and the Knicks win in a sweep over the Cavs, which is likely now, especially yesterday since the Cavs choked in a 22-point lead, I don't know how you come back from this series now if you're Cleveland. This might be a sweep, in my honest opinion, that the Knicks might sweep the Cavs, because I don't know how the world the Cavs are going to respond back from choking that game away yesterday. McCain with a possession, 2-point game under 9 minutes left to go. McCain stumbled off the dribble, tied up by Castle. We have a jump ball coming up between Castle and McCain. So yes, I think the Western Conference has the much stronger teams in it. But if this goes to a game 7 and you got players beaten and battered and whatever the injuries are by the time we get through a 7-game series, since Dylan Harper's out tonight, De'Aaron Fox not playing for San Antonio, and then J-Dub out for the rest of the game for OKC. If the injuries start to pile up, really opens up the door for the Knicks to have the opportunity, if they do have a short series, and potentially sweep the Cavs. Caruso with the basketball, launches with .3 in the timer, missed off the back rim, battle for the rebound, up in the air. Wallace picked it up, a loose ball follow, charge to Johnson. Inbound goes to OKC. A jumper straight away. On the 3. It's good from downtown. Casey Wallace able to bury the triple. Big response there by the Thunder. Spurs with possession. And they missed the shot. A rebound secured by OKC with Wallace. McCain receives the handoff from Hardenstein. McCain launches the jumper. Bakes in the triple. Got a generous bounce. Off the glass, a little bit too strong, but able to bounce from the rim to drop into the netting. A 3-point machine for Jared McCain. A corner 3, Johnson. Over the cylinder, no good. SGA able to scoop it up, save it at the baseline. It's Thunder possession. OKC all of a sudden up by 8. SGA past the timeline. And SGA bumped into and fouled. Clock will stop. 7:22 left to go. It's on Stephon Castle, who picks up the personal. What a game tonight. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. That was a generous bounce off that made 3 for OKC. Castle just picked up his 3rd personal. Hardenstein off the inbound. Handoff McCain, and McCain into the hands to Caruso. Caruso, leaner inside the key, draws the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the line. It's on Champagny, who picks up the personal. First free throw is good by Caruso. Second free throw is good, up by 10 right now for OKC. Castle. Defended at the timeline. It's a turnover on San Antonio. That's been the story of tonight's game. Stephon Castle. Yep. Over the back violation. He dribbled the basketball with both of his feet in the front court. He had to dribble off one of his hands, sail into the backcourt, turnover by Castle. That's just a learning experience. 8 turnover in a night, just not realizing his surrounding. SGA takes the jumper, missed the 3, offensive rebound, hauled in by McCain. SGA again, straight away, off the mark, battle for the rebound. Hardenstein, offensive rebound, draws the foul. 2 shots coming up on the free throw line by the Thunder with Hardenstein. Thunder bringing the energy right now. It's on Devin Vassell, who picked up the personal. Oklahoma City, defending champions. Starting to feel it here. We still got quite a bit of time left to go. But the whole crowd's in it. They're pumped up. Chet Holmgren checks back into the game. Caruso will take a seat on the bench on the other side. Carter Bryant heads back to the bench for San Antonio. OKC playing with heart tonight. They heard the critics. They heard all the people say if they lose this game, they're gonna lose the series. And right now, the Thunder on a 10-zip run, making sure that they make this series even. Castle lost it off the dribble. Johnson, right place, right time in the corner. Out on top for San Antonio. Wemby took the 3, missed off the mark, tipped around, loose ball foul. It's on Johnson. Thunder in the bonus. Thunder have 2 free throws coming up. This game all of a sudden started to slip away from San Antonio. San Antonio over the limit with personal fouls. Yeah, they're just beating themselves up tonight with way too many turnovers. That was the case out of the last game too, but they had just a legendary performance out of Victor Wembanyama. First free throw missed off the rim by Chet. Way too many turnovers tonight for San Antonio. 19 turnovers. Leading a points off turnovers margin in favor of the Thunder, 25-7. Thunder have 14 steals as a team. Second free throw by Jets. That is good. 110-97. So we're down to 6:35 left to go in the fourth. Stephon Castle moves it cross court. Vassell, rise and fire on a 3 and nails it. Cuts the deficit down to 10. That's a big time triple from the perimeter by Devin Vassell. Hardenstein looking for the lob. The Holmgren sailed off the rim. Spurs up the floor with possession. Johnson outside. Castle fires the jumper. Castle buries the triple. It ain't over till it's over. Back-to-back threes, cutting the 13-point deficit down to 7. Midway into the fourth quarter, SGA gets the way to Chet. Chet drives, spin cycle jumper, 15-footer off the back rim, no good. Hardenstein offensive rebounds. On the outside off to SGA. SGA slows it down to 8 in the timer off the double team, gets it away. The lob sent to Hardenstein. Bunny runner over Wemby. Got it for 2. Isaiah Hardenstein getting in his bag of tricks tonight for OKC. 9-point lead for the Thunder. Loose ball in the backcourt. Castle drew the reach and foul. Cason Wallace always forced the 20th turnover of the game by San Antonio, but picked up the loose ball foul, knocking out Castle, diving back for it in the backcourt. That's a tough call going against Wallace there. He deflected it off Castle. Castle had to dive back to the backcourt, picked it up, and had a chance to force the tie-up, but got called shoving Castle off the defensive foul. Timeout on the floor, 112-103. As San Antonio is going to take this timeout. Both teams follow instructions, taking their timeout as they're left with 2 before the 3-minute mark. We're down to 5:32 left to go, 112-103. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right now in the timeout, if you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring the notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified here for future live streams on the channel. I plan on being back tomorrow night covering Game 2, Cavs against Knicks. Yeah, it's just the turnovers with Castle because he is the primary ball handler for San Antonio. He's got 8 turnovers tonight, but he plays with a ton of force, ton of energy, scoring buckets. 25 points tonight by Stephon Castle. Had a nasty poster dunk. I pinned that in the chat if anybody's interested in watching the shorts on the poster dunk in the second quarter over Isaiah Hartenstein. It was insane. Like, this guy's only a second-year player, and he's playing like this. That's crazy. Like, they've had solid shooting splits tonight. 51%, 14 for 32, 44% from 3 for San Antonio, and then 15 for 16 at the free throw line, 94%. It's just been the turnover bug, that there's been a huge shot differential between these two teams. 84 shot attempts by the Thunder, 73 by the Spurs. And that's when the Spurs have, throughout most of this game, out-rebounded the Thunder in the glass. Right now, that's even on the offensive end, 14-14. Yeah, big bench points right now. Thunder in a margin, 53-20 in bench points. Thunder basically playing their entire team tonight. They've played 12 guys out of 14 available. Kenrich Williams and Nikola Topic are the only 2 guys that haven't stepped foot on the floor tonight. We get back to action. Castle with possession, defended by Chet. Step back 3 for Stephon Castle. Missed off the mark. Offensive rebound. Johnson soars up. Johnson scores and a putback. Free throw coming up at the line off the and one by Keldon Johnson. And if that's on Hardenstein, that's going to be his 5th. Now looks like it's going to be on Wallace. Yeah, got lucky there. That's on Wallace. Free throw off the back rim. Hardenstein rips away the defensive rebound. I've got 112-105. Yeah, the scoreboard graphic was off by NBC. A runner's good by SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander playing like the MVP tonight. He's got 26. Castle Outside finds Champagny. Back into the hands to Castle. Moves it off to Wemby. Takes on Hardenstein at the wing. Slides it off to Castle. Champagny launches the three from distance. Pinwheeled out. Rebound goes to Holmgren. OKC will slow it down as we approach 4.5 minutes left to go in the fourth. A.J. Mitchell on the floor alongside SGA, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hardenstein, and Cason Wallace. SGA at the elbow. Cross court connects with Wallace. Wallace outside finds Mitchell for the timer. Back to SGA. SGA finds Mitchell. Mitchell taking the three off the back room. No good. Offensive rebound right back to Hardenstein. New 14 in the timer for OKC. SGA. A step back three. No good off the mark. Hardenstein. Offensive rebound. Another 14 in the timer. We're down to 4 minutes left to play. SGA in the corner. SGA, step back jumper, baseline, halfway down, rattled out. Hardenstein tried to tip it back out, but the rebound went to San Antonio. Castle, cross court, connects with Johnson. Rainbow three, splashes it. Cuts the deficit down to 6. It's only a 2-possession game. Keldon Johnson, double figures now with 10. A.J. Mitchell at the Paycom Center logo. Taking on Castle 101. Mitchell drives on Castle. Spin move inside the key. Mitchell, no good, missed the layup. Tried to clean it up was Hardenstein. Couldn't do so. Wembanyama, defensive rebound in the backcourt. We get a foul. It's going to be charged to Champagny, I believe. That's on the Spurs late on the foul call. And they're over the limit for San Antonio. Champagny pushing off and working on Hardenstein on the glass. It's going to be 2 free throws coming up by Hardenstein. First free throw missed by Hardenstein. Right now, Stephon Castle has 8 turnovers. 4 turnovers by Wemby. Everybody else with 2, 1, or 0 for San Antonio. Most turnovers by an individual player for the Thunder's 3. A.J. Mitchell and Isaiah Hardenstein each with 3. 19 turnovers by San Antonio. Thunder with just 8. It's a miracle right now that they're only down by 6 for San Antonio. That's going to help out the cause for the Spurs. Hardenstein bricked both of the free throws. Johnson out to the corner. Champagny fires a 3. Missed off the back room. No good. Tipped up in the air. Loose ball foul. Going over the back. Charged to San Antonio on Vassell. And back to the free throw line will go the Thunder. Devin Vassell over the back violation. Thunder shooting 2 shots at the free throw line with SGA. Yeah, last game Castle had 11. First free throw is good by SGA. Second free throw is good. Gilgeous-Alexander buries both of them. He's got 28. Down to 3 minutes left to play. Castle drives an SGA. Head full of steam inside the key. Castle draws the reach and foul. It's on SGA who picks up the personal. Inbound goes to Castle and out of bounds. That's brutal. You're down by 8. You turn over the basketball off the inbounds. And OKC is going to have it back. That hurts the Spurs severely. A.J. Mitchell with possession. 20 turnovers by the Spurs, just 9 tonight by the Thunder. Mitchell gets it away into the hands to SGA. A jumper at the elbow. No good off the mark. A rebound secured by Vassell. Spurs get it back. Limit OKC in that possession. Wemby, no good. Missed a runner at the elbow. Rebound. Back it goes to OKC. And the Thunder will take time off the clock. AJ Mitchell into the hands to Caruso. Caruso outside finds Mitchell. 12 at the timer. Mitchell dribbles, drives, a jumper, 12-footer, swash. AJ Mitchell, huge shot to lead by 10. We are down to 2 minutes left to go. Double figures with 10 points tonight for Mitchell. Castle off to Vassell. Launches the jumper. Devin Vassell buries it. That's a big three. Cuts the deficit down to 7. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. As we're under 2 minutes left to go. 22 tonight by Devin Vassell. AJ Mitchell. Past the timeline. Defended by Vassell, 101. Gets the way into the hands to SGA. SGA working on Castle at the wing, 8 on the shot clock. SGA dribbles up, a jumper, deep 2 at the elbow, no good off the mark. Tipped by Wemby, right to Champagnie for the defensive rebound. San Antonio with an opportunity, down by 7. Vassell, Champagnie, corner, lob, Wemby, baseline dribble, right to the rim. Right past Hardenstein for the cup, scores the 2. It's a 5-point game, a 118-113. 21 points, 17 rebounds tonight for Victor Wembanyama. SGA gets past Castle, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Turnover by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pushing off on Stephon Castle. Offensive foul by SGA. It ain't over till it's over. 5th personal foul on SGA. Handoff, Castle, baseline, kick out, corner, 3, Vassell. Off the top of the glass, offensive rebound, Johnson kept the dribble alive outside. Goes to Castle, and a big ew. You can't have that. Bad turnover by Castle, passing it to nobody. As Keldon Johnson moved off his spot, turnover. That is brutal. That cannot happen in a 1-minute game left to go in regulation. AJ Mitchell is down and he is in pain, limping off the floor. Yeah, AJ Mitchell got tangled up with Keldon Johnson going up for the rebounds. AJ Mitchell right now in a little bit of pain. He's been a positive plus tonight in a big way. A plus 11 off the bench, the top plus in the game. Oklahoma City battling for their playoff lives tonight. AJ Mitchell is on the Thunder. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. 2nd-year player for AJ Mitchell. And limping off a little bit right now as we have a timeout taken on the floor. This is going to be a Thunder timeout. Thunder down to 1 timeout left. Spurs with 2 timeouts remaining. So AJ Mitchell is on Oklahoma City. Game 1, 23 turnovers by the Spurs. Tonight, they have 21. The average is 13.4 turnovers per game of the regular season. Thunder outscoring San Antonio in points off turnovers 25-10. That is the difference maker, the story of this game. Stephon Castle with almost as many turnovers that you can count on multiple hands. He's got 9 turnovers tonight. That's way too many. Last game, he had 11. He's got 20 turnovers so far in this conference finals. .101 left to play. Thunder by 5. Thunder will get the basketball. Caruso on the floor alongside Hardenstein, McCain, SGA, and Wallace. Inbound goes to McCain. Thunder with possession. 55 seconds left. Under 15 on the shot clock. Jared McCain defended by Vassell. McCain, bounce pass into the hands to SGA. SGA rises for the jumper, deep two, he buries it. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, big time shots. It's a 30-burger for the MVP. 7-point lead, 40 seconds left. Handoff goes to Castle. Castle in the corner. Finds Champagny. Back into the hands to Castle. Taking a lot of time to develop. Castle, corner three. Tough shot. Missed off the mark. Hardenstein controls the defensive rebound. Thunder. They can feel it right now. About to make this series 1-1. One shot to beat a dagger. Caruso scores the layup. It is a tied series here, folks. 122-113. OKC responding back in a major way tonight. Timeout on the floor. 19.7 left to go. Alex Caruso. Double figures. 17 off the bench. A plus 18 on the floor. Alex Caruso, big time X factor in this series. Nice find by Cason Wallace. Received it and just bolted right to the rim. Playoff Caruso built just so differently. We got a series here, folks. Potentially going into 7 games in the series. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP, played like the MVP tonight. 30 points for the game leader. 9 assists, 50% on the dot, 12 for 24 from the floor, just 1 turnover. Plus 14 on the court for SGA. Getting to his spots all game long. Deep 2Js, knocking down those shots. Yeah, this all relied upon the turnovers tonight. Turnovers crushed San Antonio. And other players started to step up for OKC. 7 different players in double figures for the Thunder. Missed 3 by Vassell. Rebound secure by Wallace. Cason Wallace, 10 seconds left to go. About to dribble off the clock. Spurs will not foul as we get a tie series here, folks. Oklahoma City responds back in a major way on their whole floor. 1-1. Bouncing back as we are even. Going into a game 3 coming up on Friday. Oklahoma City, 14 steals as a team. 4 steals each by A.J. Mitchell and Cason Wallace. They feasted upon forcing turnovers. That has been the story of the series so far. San Antonio without De'Aaron Fox for the first 2 games of the series. Very young backcourt. Very young team in the youth of San Antonio struggling to keep the ball out in front. Stephon Castle combining for 20 total turnovers through 2 games in the series. Tonight he had 9 turnovers by Castle. First game he had 11 total turnovers. They had 21 turnovers as a team. And that's just a big hole to climb out of when you have that many turnovers compared to the Thunder, which did a great job taking care of the basketball with just 10 tonight. Difference in this game, 27-10 points off turnovers in favor of OKC. Fast break points was actually in favor of San Antonio. Usually you see those result in points off turnovers, but tonight, 27-10, the difference maker, plus 17 points off turnovers for the Thunder tonight to win this game in a battle. Back and forth, back and forth. OKC, 7 guys, double figures, 30 by SGA with 9 assists, 2 blocks, 17 by Caruso with 3 made threes, and a dagger layup to close it out, 13 by Chet. 12 each by Cason Wallace, who buried 4 threes. 12 points by Jared McCain off the bench. He made 3 threes. 10 points by Hardenstein with 13 rebounds. 10 points by A.J. Mitchell. Isaiah Hardenstein was excellent defending Wembanyama. Spurs started to make a run when Hardenstein got into deep foul trouble. Wembanyama tonight, 21 points, 17 rebounds, 6 assists. Only a +1 on the floor. Champagny was a +11. Everybody else basically a minus. Harper +6 before he got injured. Wow. Just impressive what Oklahoma City did. And now they found somebody with a bigger body, 6'11", 270. Isaiah Hardenstein got a bulkier body instead of a scrawnier 7'1", 210 Chet Holmgren, and they went with Hardenstein in this game, and he stifled Wembanyama and knocked him off his spots in the first half of action. Really made a difference throughout most of this game, putting on Hardenstein and Wemby, able to limit him a little bit more than usual tonight. 25 by Castle. Those 9 turnovers really come back in hot. San Antonio, 9 out of the 21 through Castle. Wemby finished with 21 and 17 for points and rebounds. 22 by Vassell tonight. Harper finished with 12, 10 off the bench by Johnson. Thanks all for joining in, being a part here on the stream. Oklahoma City bounces back, and they take Game 2 of the series. 122-113 the final score. We're going to close out to the channel members. I'll be back live tomorrow night. If you guys would like to join in, feel free to do so. Cavs against Knicks tomorrow night. Hoping to be back on live Friday as well, covering Game 3 between these two teams. All channel members get a shout out each and every single one of my live streams at the end. We got Jason, John, Michael, Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Warren, the Nisha player, Norma Polson, Kelly Ogie, Russell Rydog, Astros fan for life, all on the prowl. I am Ghost, Ian, Edith, Ice Baby, XX Dev 5000, SGA Sports Talk, Elaine, Kilo Pitts, Yvonne, Otamura, and Tyreek. Thanks all for joining in. Be the part on the stream. OKC bounces back. 122-113 the final score. Thanks for being the part of the stream, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night.